Okay, so this is going to be my review on G.I. Joe Hearts and Minds. Hearts and Minds is written by Max Brooks. He did this book with two artists, and I cannot believe I'm blanking on their names, but this is a good book. Now, I didn't buy this, per se, but I read the whole thing when I was in Books A Million. I was just sitting there, trying to kill time, found Hearts and Minds, and more or less took it off the shelf, sat on a bench, and read the whole book. The book is basically about the lesser-known characters of G.I. Joe, and put them in a gritty, realistic position. Not like the piece of crap movies, but more like wartime, what's going on overseas, kind of realistic Cobra and G.I. Joe stuff. This was in 5 separate issues that Max Brooks wrote. I want to talk real quick about Max Brooks. For those who don't know what he's written, he wrote the acclaimed novel World War Z and the Zombie Survival Guide. He's also the son of Mel Brooks, who we all know as great director of Blazing Saddles and several other great comedy movies. But yeah. Now, in the 5 separate issues, before this was all collected in trade in one graphic novel, it basically talked about one low-tier G.I. Joe and one low-tier Cobra commander. My favorite stories were actually the Major Blood story. That was actually a really cool introspect on his character. Another one was Spirit's story. The Interrogator story was disturbing. Firefly's story was really well put together as well. What else can I say? Doc's was heart-wrenching, and the recruit story, the Cobra recruits story, was actually probably one of my favorites out of all of them. Deep Six was all of them. You know what? I'm gonna say all of them were all well done. It's just that I like some over the others. I didn't really say I didn't have a least favorite. All of them were pretty good. And these were about G.I. Joe characters that not a lot of people care about. I mean, these are just more or less on the sideline Cobra and G.I. Joe characters, and they're actually given, a lot of depth, to their character, and, you can actually give a damn about them, because more or less they're considered the useless characters of the groups. I mean, even the recruits, people are like, oh, the Nameless Legion, as they call themselves. And, even Dr. Mindbender's story's a bit weird, but it's Mindbender, what do you expect? All in all, this is good. I wouldn't pick this... if you're a G.I. Joe fan, I'd say pick this up. I wouldn't say read it if you're just getting into G.I. Joe. I'd say read the other IDW or Devil's Due books. But save this, because you really aren't going to know these characters, because these aren't the well-known characters. So I'd say for diehard readers, for new readers, I'd say skip it to something else. But Hearts and Minds is for G.I. Joe fans who know these characters, and even then don't really give a crap about them. But yeah, artwork, it's only 2 artists. They all alternate between one artist does G.I. Joe, the other one does Cobra. So, and the artwork's good, I'm not gonna lie. For just having 2 different artists on the same book and same writer. The hardback graphic novel, is, I think if I remember right, around $25, $26. And that's in U.S., but it's a good book. You more or less have to be willing to spend a lot of money for this book. But if you're interested in this book, I'd say get it. Especially if you're, like I said, G.I. Joe fan who knows these characters, by name, but not like by their origin. Yeah. This is a 5 out of 5, but I am actually going to respectfully say I wouldn't recommend this to everyone, but this is definitely a good read. I wish I bought this, but like I said, I read the whole book in Books A Million. So, hope you guys have enjoyed another review from me. And this is actually, I think, the first time I've reviewed, outside of a crossover book with Transformers, I think this is the first time I've reviewed a G.I Joe comic book, so yay! But yeah, I'm out.